25, and today, as always, we will take out the time to look at activities from our selected exchanges on the segment Opening Bell. And of course, business news stories from around Africa and the rest of the world will come to you on Global Business. We'll also take a look at, issues affecting businesses in the southeastern part of Nigeria on the Eastern Business Report. And then finally, activities and conversations from around the market will come to you on Afia. The Afia Business Morning takes center stage every weekday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. My name is Ubong Kings. Welcome.
The Afia Business Morning. Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. The Opening Bell, where we see activities from our selected stock exchanges. The Global Business, where we bring you up to speed on business activities making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports, as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubong Kings. Join the Afia Business Morning every weekday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Exclusive to Afia TV on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17. The Afia Business Morning. Business unusual.
Trading on the floors of the Nigerian Exchange is open today. The exchange in London opened an hour ago. The New York Exchange is yet to open, while in China, opening bells went off at 2 a.m. local time. And just before we look at all of those activities from our selected exchanges, let me welcome you officially to the Opening Bell segment. And we move straight to check out, business news stories making the rounds as far as the world of business is concerned. First, we'll start off from the Global Economy, where it's reported that Lilly is suing, as it were, two medical spas over copycat weight loss drugs. Eli Lilly, an American multinational pharmaceutical company, has sued two medical spas, Thrive Health and Wellness LLC and Valhalla Vitality LLC, Lilly, for selling unapproved products claiming to contain terzepatide, the ingredient in its popular weight loss medicine, Zepbound. And away from that, but still from the Global Economy, it's also reported that UK Prime Minister plans to make Britain world leader in AI. The British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, is set to unveil a 50-point plan to turn the United Kingdom into a world leader in artificial intelligence, AI, and deliver a decade of national renewal, which comes as his Labour government is hemorrhaging support after just 6 months in office amid sluggish economic conditions. Details of the stories and more will come to you on Global Business. And moving away from that real quickly, let's move on to the floors of our featured exchanges this morning. And like they say, charity begins at home, so we start on the floors of the Nigerian Stock Exchange this morning, where the NGX All-Share Index, as at yesterday, closed on a low, falling by 0.08% to close at 105,367.25 points. We're interested to know also that a total of 505,798,202 shares, which were valued at 8,126,004,710 naira 14 kobo, were traded across 14,259 deals, with equity capitalization of 64,251,678,921,694 naira 82 kobo. And they're the biggest gainers of the day, because that's our next stop now. The biggest gainer and losers of the day. Biggest gainer of the day, incidentally, was CFE, which rose by 10%. Daymouth followed suit, also coming up. Livestock was also up. NLCL Tech and International Energy Insurance was also up as far as the gainers are concerned. On the other hand, talking about the losers category, Lasaco topped the losers list with a decline of 10%. All the losers were the likes of NNFM, Academy, ABC Transport, and RT Briscoe. We're going to a quick break, and when we return, we'll be looking at activities from other selected exchanges. I'm talking about the likes of the New York Stock Exchange, the London Stock Exchange, Chinese Stock Exchange, of course, comprises the Shenzhen and Shanghai exchanges. All of that after this time out. Stay tuned. My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Afamaga.
I am Shioma Bakbala.
My name is Ifulaya Ndule, but I'm living in a market speaking.
Back to the Afia Business Morning, and you're watching Opening Bell. We're moving straight to the floors of our physical exchanges, and we're starting off with the floors of the London Stock Exchange this morning, where it is all dips as it was yesterday in index values across board. The FTSE 100 is down 0.20%, the FTSE 250 down 0.03%, the FTSE 350, FTSE All Share Index both down with the same value of 0.15%. And away from that, let's take a look at the Chinese Stock Exchange this morning, starting off at the exchange at Shenzhen, where it's just two rises and no activity for Shenzhen Component Index at 0.00%. However, ZSE Composite Index and Chinex Index are both up 0.06% and 0.36% respectively. And while we remain right here in China, let's go to Shanghai this morning, where it's just one rise right here on this exchange, and that's for the Star 50 Index, which is up at 0.17%. However, the SSE Composite Index is down 0.24%, the SSE 50 Index is down 0.27%, the SSE 180 Index, SSE 380 Index, CSI 300 Index are all down at 0.26%, 0.08% and 0.27% respectively. We're going on another break, and when we return, a quick break that would be, we'll be looking at commodity prices as well as a consumer price watch in the open market. You may want to follow this program watching live as it well on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business. While you're there, do want to hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe so you get notifications and all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. The Afia Business Morning, and indeed, we'll be right back after this time out. Stay tuned. You're welcome back, and I am Ubon Kings. It's still the Afia Business Morning, and you're watching Opening Bell right here on Afia TV. It's time to check in on commodity prices, and we'll start off with precious metals, where incidentally it's all downward movement for all precious metals. This morning, gold is down at 0.96%, silver is down 2.60%, platinum and palladium are both down 0.53% and 1.27% respectively. Now let's take a look at energy this morning. It's a mixture of rises and dips, but then more of rises than dips. Coal and oil bonylite are the two commodities that are down with 1.33% and 2.84% respectively. However, natural gas is up at 0.30%, ethanol is up 3.69%, oil Brent is up 1.92%, Brass River and Quaibo are both up with the same values of 1.55%, I beg your pardon. And then finally, let's take a look at industrial metals. Now, industrial metals is mostly, well, it's an even match here. Of course, you can't count iron ore to be an up or down, 0.00%. However, aluminum, lead, and tin are all down 0.24%, 0.79%, and 0.43% respectively. On the other hand, copper, nickel, and zinc are up at 1.75%. 3.19% and 1.26% respectively. You're watching the Afia Business Morning. This is the Opening Bell segment. You may want to follow this program and join in on the conversation on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly tap on the search bar www.youtube.com/@Afia Business. And while you're there, do hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. Up next, we'll be taking a look at the hikes in prices of food commodities in the open market, as well as hikes in fuel prices. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow on the opening bell when the exchanges reopen for trading. The Afia Business Morning will be right back with Global Business. My name is Ubon Kings. Stay tuned.
The Afia Business Morning. Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. See Opening Bell, where we see activities from our Southeastern stock exchanges. See Global Business, where we bring you up to speed on business activities making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports, as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubon Kings. Join the Afia Business Morning every weekday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Exclusive to Afia TV on DSTV channel 254 and Go TV channel 17. The Afia Business Morning. Business unusual.
For rejoining me on the Afia Business Morning, welcome to Global Business, and here we'll be taking a look at business news stories making the rounds all over the world, from the continent of Africa and everywhere else. And my name is Ubon Kings. Here are the headlines that we're tracking at the moment. Starting off with business news stories from the pharmaceutical world, was reported that Lilly is suing 2 medical spas over copycat weight loss drugs. And from the US to the UK, the Prime Minister of UK is planning to make Britain the world leader in artificial intelligence. And away from that, a story from Africa is reported that Morocco has become Africa's most visited destination in 2024. We'll bring you details of the stories and more right after this time out. Stay tuned. Watching Global Business right here on the Afia Business Morning on Afia TV, live from Enugu State, Nigeria. We begin with business stories from the pharmaceutical world. It was reported that Eli Lilly, an American multinational pharmaceutical company, has sued 2 medical spas, Thrive Health and Wellness LLC and Valhalla Vitality LLC for selling unapproved products claiming to contain tirzepatide, the main ingredient in its popular weight loss medicine Zepbound. However, the complaint against Thrive was filed in the District Court of Colorado, and the complaint against Valhalla was filed in the Eastern District of New York. Meanwhile, the Indianapolis-based drug maker has already sued more than 24 medical spas, wellness centers, and compounding pharmacies for selling products claiming to containing tirzepatide, which is also approved to treat type 2 diabetes under the brand name Mounjaro. Now, let me try to break something down very quickly. Now, it was reported that Fernando Cavertes Jr. from the United States Food and Drug Administration said that the shortage of Eli Lilly's Zepbound and Mounjaro drugs has been resolved, right? And that specialty pharmacies and online companies need to stop selling, listen to that part, need to stop selling off-brand versions of this weight loss drugs. Now, truth of the matter this is the crux of the matter, because other brands are literally claiming to produce the same weight loss drugs that Eli Lilly is producing, using the same ingredients, or supposedly using the same ingredients. Now, recall also that Eli Lilly has literally really owns the brand name. The one of them is a Zepbound, the other is a Mounjaro. Okay. Now that explains exactly why the Indianapolis-based drug maker is already suing more than 24 medical spas and wellness centers and pharmacies also for selling products claiming to contain a particular thing that actually is their own, so to speak, development. Now you see where patent comes in here, right? Because if they do not own a patent to this, how would they now be able to sue, right? But then we'll see how all of this pans out eventually, won't we? And moving on to other business news stories, and this time around from the world of automobiles, it's reported that the sales of all types of electric vehicles rose more than 40% in China last year, while those of petrol-powered cars plunged. Now, however, the China Association of Automobile Manufacturers said a total of 31.4 million vehicles were sold last year in the world's biggest market by sales, up 4.5% compared from a year earlier. Now, the sinking demand for fuel-powered cars has proven to be a harsh blow for foreign automakers such as Volkswagen AG and Nissan Motor Corporation that for years have counted on strong demand in China to increase their bottom lines. Meanwhile, the continued rapid expansion of China's sales contrasts with the United States and Europe, where the growth has dramatically slowed. Now, the case in point really for me is, and worthy of emphasis, is in the last paragraph that reads, I'm going to try to paraphrase it. Interestingly, a rapid expansion of China's EV sales contrasts, as it were, with that of the United States and Europe, where growth has dramatically slowed. Now, this particular phrase here is very instructive to take note of. That despite the many bureaucratic bottlenecks and all the drama here and there and all the tariffs and all of that here and there that China will place against China, yet China is experiencing, as it were, a rapid expansion of EV sales compared to the United States and Europe, where, of course, like I did say earlier, the growth of that has dramatically slowed. Now, another point to note is that the China Association of Automobile Manufacturers did say that a total of 31.4 million vehicles were sold as of last year in China. And this represents a 4.5% sales increase compared to what was sold as at 2023. So you can clearly see that there is an increase, right, compared to a decrease that was expected to be the outcome in China. No, that didn't happen. There's rather an increase. So all this talk about, most of the European community saying that there is a nosedive in, sales of electric vehicles in the EU, etc. That's not happening in China. In fact, the reverse is the case. Now, one of the things I also see here is a clear attribute, right, that we can attribute this increase in sales of cars, EVs in China, to the sinking demand for fuel-powered cars. This is key. Because in other words, in China, a lot of persons, in fact, as a matter of fact, they are phasing out, as it were, fuel-powered cars, likes of cars powered by petrol or diesel, etc. Now, electric vehicles is a thing there. And then, we'll see how this pans out eventually for foreign automakers in China, especially likes of Volkswagen and Nissan Motor Corporation that for years have believed and counted on the strong demand in China to increase their bottom lines, but as it stands, it's not working anymore. But then, still, fingers crossed, right? You're still watching Global Business right here on the Afia Business Morning on Afia TV. Join in on the conversation, watching live right now on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly tap on the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business. While you're there, do well to hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe as well, so you get notifications and all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. Up next will be more business news stories right after this time out. Stay tuned. Great to have you join us, and welcome back to the Afia Business Morning on Afia TV. You're still watching Global Business. Now to the rest of our stories. And this time we're moving on to stories from the United Kingdom, where it's reported that the British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is set to unveil a 50-point plan to turn the United Kingdom into a world leader in artificial intelligence, AI, and deliver a decade of national renewal, which comes as his Labour government is hemorrhaging support after just 6 months in office amid sluggish economic conditions. According to the Department for Science and Innovation and Technology and the Prime Minister's Office, the AI Opportunities Action Plan, which was outlined in a speech by Starmer, is set to create dedicated AI growth zones to turbocharge growth and boost living standards. Meanwhile, Starmer's government has estimated that AI could be worth £47 billion in economic gains each year over a decade, based on an analysis by the International Monetary Fund that found the technology could boost productivity by as much as 1.5 percentage points a year. Now, you know, the first paragraph of this story jumps at me now that Britain is set to turn into a world leader in artificial intelligence, AI, and deliver a decade of renewal, national renewal, that's what they call it. But funny enough, right, are you aware that the United Kingdom, as far as the list is concerned, is the third most advanced country in artificial intelligence? And then they say they want to be what again? The word was to become a world leader. You're already a world leader. What else do you want? Because first, obviously, on the list is the USA. Next is China, just before the United Kingdom. Now, the statement is wanting to turn UK into a world leader in artificial intelligence. Now, though lovely, if you may say, this would mean that the UK will first have to displace China before getting through to the US. Anyway, I do think that the major drive for all of this is born out of the fact that the UK government has estimated that AI, that's artificial intelligence, could be worth about £47 billion in economic gains each year over a decade. I guess we'll just have to, you know, wish the UK all the best, because I can assure you that China and the US aren't sleeping to make that happen. I mean, China most especially, because they seem to be the ones that are being fought on all ground. So yeah, well, that's what it is. Fingers crossed. Moving on, and finally, this time around, we come into Africa. Save the best for last, right? So that's what it is. So now, stories from Africa. And according to Morocco's Ministry of Tourism, Morocco has emerged Africa's most visited destination, attracting 17.4 million visitors in 2024, and thereby dethroning Egypt, the continent's former tourism leader, which set a new record with 15.7 million arrivals in the same year. Morocco's new tourism milestone represents a remarkable 20% increase from 2023 and over a 33% rise compared to its pre-pandemic record of 13 million visitors in 2019, which has propelled the Kingdom of Light 2 years ahead of its tourism growth projections. However, to break into the top 15 global tourist destinations, Morocco would need to surpass Japan, which welcomed 25 million international visitors in 2023, according to the most recent UN tourism data. Meanwhile, Morocco's tourism success in 2024 wasn't just about visitor numbers. It also set a new revenue record, generating $11 billion, up from $10.5 billion in 2023, and it is set to host the Africa Cup of Nations from December 21, 2025 to January 18, 2026, an event expected to attract soccer enthusiasts worldwide. Now, this story is pretty interesting to me. I say so because, first, Morocco has been crowned, as it were, Africa's most visited destination in 2024. And by that, they've dethroned Egypt, the continent's former tourism leader. And it doesn't stop there. They also set a new record, and this time, in case you don't know, revenue record, generating $11 billion, which is up from $10.5 billion that was recorded in 2023. quite a lot of things I want to share with us, but First Post actually took out the time to share with us how Morocco has broken its tourism record in 2024 with over 17 million visitors. Let's take a look.
Morocco is climbing up the list of the world's top favorite tourist destinations. The country has broken its own tourism record. It welcomed around 17.4 million tourists last year, the most it has seen by the end of any year. This marks a 20% increase from the previous year. This tourist influx is driven by foreigners and also Moroccans living abroad, who share the proportion equally. This boost puts the North African nation ahead of its strategic tourism roadmap. Morocco had set a goal to receive over 17 million tourists by 2026. But the target has already been hit 2 years ahead of schedule thanks to its vibrant, breathtaking tourist hotspots that have attracted visitors from around the world. Often called the gateway to Africa, Morocco is considered an all-in-one destination. No matter what kind of traveller you are, Morocco has something for you. From colourful markets, palaces, heritage sites and wondrous medinas, it is a cultural powerhouse. Its natural beauty cannot be overlooked. From capped mountains, captivating landscapes of the Sahara Desert and breathtaking beaches, Morocco is a paradise for nature lovers. And how can one forget the food? From tagine to the famous couscous, Moroccan food is a culinary masterpiece with a blend of spices and herbs. One of the most popular destinations within Morocco remains Marrakech. Known as the Red City, it is famous for palaces, gardens and rich culinary heritage. It's also known as the City of Luxury. And who can forget Casablanca? Known as Morocco's film city, Casablanca has a rich culture of music, movies, culture and cuisine. Blessed with scenic beauty and culture, tourism has become a lifeline for Morocco. As of 2023, it contributed about 7% of the country's GDP. It accounted for around 2 million jobs. By the end of 2024, Morocco's tourism revenues stood at more than $10 billion. With a record number of tourist arrivals, Morocco has also become Africa's most visited destination in 2024, surpassing Egypt. This comes as the North African kingdom in recent years has made significant efforts to make itself a tourism hotspot. It has invested heavily in modernizing its airports, public transportation and hospitality. The country is also set to host football's African Cup of Nations later this year and the FIFA World Cup in 2030.
Oh well, we'll follow up with this story as well as other stories as they unfold and keep you in the loop. People want to get to our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Watching live, drop off a comment or two. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business. While you're there, do well to hit the like button. Remember, you should subscribe so you get notifications on all business-related content coming to you from Afia TV. Coming up next would be the Eastern Business Report. And we'll be looking at, harnessing technology and digital entrepreneurship, which of course seems to be the gateway of global opportunities. The Afia Business Morning, we'll be right back. My name is Ubong Kings. Stay tuned.